The Netherlands has always been a footballing powerhouse. It has never been ranked lower than 36 in the FIFA rankings. But did you know that the Dutch have featured in 3 World Cup finals? Wow! But the nation has failed to lift the trophy at the biggest stage. It appears that they have been cursed by some footballing god. You got to admit that this passionate country of 18 million people is rarely short of quality players and managers. And the Orange Army has made a name for itself as one of Europe's gigantic forces. Stick to the end of the video to know about the Netherlands' tale of never winning football, and what do Argentina and Germany have to do with that. But first, make sure to like that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel for more footballing updates. Where do we begin with this paradoxical journey? It was 1974 when the Netherlands made it to their first finals after a notable absence from the scene between 1950 and 1970. That's almost 30 years of dry spells. The last time they featured in a big gala was back in 1938. The Dutch in the 70s employed a technique called total football. It was a system based on organizational flexibility. Many teams were not familiar with this playing style, and while entering the tournaments as underdogs, the Netherlands was able to easily cruise past the group stage, followed by total dominance in the second round. But in the finals, they were about to meet their worst nightmare: West Germany. The Germans were loaded with legends like Franz Beckenbauer, Uli Hoeneß, and Gerd Müller. Despite taking an early lead, the Dutch were unable to seal the deal. They lost the plot and ended up losing 1-2. What a heartbreak for the Netherlands. They didn't win the World Cup that year, but showed everyone that they were a passionate footballing nation. Well, it is famously said that winners never quit and quitters never win. And this was exactly what the Dutch did when they had a second bite of the cherry in 1978. The team did not have a good start to the tournament as they lost to Scotland in the group stage, and they barely made it to the next round thanks to goal difference. But starting with the next round, they found their rhythm and booked a spot in the finals. 2 consecutive finals. A round of applause. But nature had other ideas. Another defeat was once again written in their destiny. The Netherlands tasted the defeat against Argentina 3-1 in the extra time, despite having multiple scoring opportunities. Look at the coincidence. The Netherlands played 2 hosts in 2 consecutive finals and lost to both. Hard to be a Dutch fan. Total football remained dormant in the 1980s as the Orange Boys failed to qualify in the 82 and 86 tournaments. Maybe the 2 shocking finals were playing with their minds. Their next appearance was in 1990 when once again, West Germany showed them the exit door by beating them 2-1. West Germany, again. In 1994, the Netherlands once again stepped its feet outside the group stage. This time they were relieved that they weren't facing Germany in the knockouts, but boy oh boy, they didn't expect that Brazil would give them a hard time. A team containing Bebeto, Cafu, and Ronaldo shattered the dreams of Europe's Orange Army by defeating them 3-2. Fast forward to 1998, many pundits fancied the Netherlands' chances, thanks to their legendary squad that included Mark Overmars, Dennis Bergkamp, Edgar Davids, the De Boer brothers, and Patrick Kluivert. Once again, they met Brazil with an even more powerful force. Brazil had Ronaldo, Rivaldo, and Roberto Carlos. The match was neck to neck, but the Netherlands lost in the penalty shootout. How many times do they have to endure a bad stroke of luck? Many countless times. Well, what is coming next certainly suggests so. The brief history of disappointments leads us to 2010, a tournament in South Africa that was very special for the Netherlands, possibly one of the biggest World Cups in recent times. You could argue on that in the comment section, by the way. Well, it was the first World Cup on African soil. It was one heck of a competition. From the African dance from Asmoa Gyan to noisy stadiums, fans enjoyed every bit of it. But the high watermark of the event was the Netherlands' dream run to the finals, and there was no reason they could not reach the top. See this squad: Van Persie, Robin Cruyff, and Sneijder were some of the names that were at their peak form. The Dutch defeated big guns including Brazil, Serbia, and Uruguay. But, well, they were faced with a Spanish side that was injected with Guardiola's style of tiki-taka. Seriously, the final was boring, and it was difficult to watch it till the extra time. The only thing for which the fans were getting excited was the penalty shootout, but Iniesta had different plans. He crossed the net, shattering the dreams of the Dutch once again. Guys, Dutch fans must be highly appreciated for still loving football. Losing 3 finals and still cheering for their team is unparalleled. And with such zeal and enthusiasm, they once again had higher hopes for their team in the 2014 World Cup in Brazil. And the start was brilliant. Looking at the flying header from Robin van Persie and this unbelievable sprint from Robin. What revenge by the Netherlands against Spain. A 5-1 thrashing clearly set the tone for them. And they never looked back, beating Mexico and Costa Rica in the knockout games. But wait a minute, history once again knocked at their doors. Semi-finals against Argentina, and this time they did it. They defeated Argentina. Sorry guys, that was a lie. The Dutch again lost at the penalty shootout. Thank God our Dutch boys did not lose to Brazil, Argentina, or Germany in the 2018 World Cup in Russia. As a matter of fact, the Netherlands did not qualify for the tournament. The Dutch ended in 3rd place in the qualifying stages with an inferior goal difference with runners-up Sweden. Poor luck. 4 years later now, the World Cup in Qatar is remembered more for controversies than any other thing. Human rights violations, no beer in the stadium and whatnot, but scandals aside, no one had predicted so many upsets. Saudi Arabia beating Argentina, France lost to Tunisia, and Cameroon defeated Brazil, and Morocco showed Portugal the way out. But one thing remained constant. Any guess? Our very own Orange Brigade once again failed to lift the trophy. The group stage was a piece of cake as the Netherlands topped it. The fans were partying and having fun in Qatar, but a history buff called them and reminded them that Argentina had knocked on their doors. And well, history repeats itself first as a tragedy and second as a farce. In the quarterfinals, the Dutch were trailing by 2-1 in the stoppage time, but they equalized in the nick of time thanks to this pass from the free kick. But what is fated cannot be abated. They again lost in the penalty shootout. We definitely feel for the fans who come from a long way to see their team play. Arguably the most supportive fans in the world. Well, who would have thought that a country that ruled the world through its colonies would fail to win the biggest sporting event in the world? The odds are few. If legends like Bergkamp, Van Persie, and Robin can't do that, God knows who will. But the support, charm, and dedication of Dutch fans are commendable. Maybe a World Cup trophy might be waiting for them in the years to come. Maybe some will break this jinx, and hope is what the fans have at the moment. So what do you think about the Netherlands World Cup debacles? Will they lift the cup, or will Argentina or Germany come back to haunt them again? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.